Gearist TV. On today's episode, we'll be talking about the EM Trail N1 from Pearl Izumi. So I was really excited to try this shoe because it's made by Pearl Izumi, and I think of Pearl Izumi as a cycling brand, and I didn't even know they made shoes. So I was excited to try this shoe, and this is their trail shoe, and it was neat to me that there was no gimmicks on it. It was a very simple shoe, and Pearl Izumi is based in my hometown of Louisville, Colorado, and so I was excited because of that too, some support local community. So like I said, this shoe is very simple. It uses its e-motion technology. Pearl Izumi just took the gait cycle and went right back to those basics and built the shoe from there. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the outsole of the shoe. So since this is a trail shoe, I think there should be significant attention given to the outsole. I like an outsole that obviously protects you from the rocks on the trail you're running on, any pointy things that will be on the trail. One of my pet peeves is when a rock gets stuck in the tread on the shoe and you have to stop and lose all your momentum to try to get that rock out. So just for some context, I took this shoe on a couple different types of roads or trails. I took it on a single track trail with lots of rocks and loose dirt. Some of that trail was muddy at times. And then I also took it on the snowpack trail. All three trails, I was very happy with the performance of this shoe. So this shoe has tread made with carbon rubber, and it also has what Pearl Izumi calls a self-cleaning lug pattern. I went on running on a very muddy trail, and it might have gotten a little overwhelmed by the amount of mud that was on that trail. So the sole did get a little gunked up, but once I hit more reasonable muddy trail, it worked itself out, and I could tell the self-lug cleaning pattern was actually working. So the outsole also has a carbon rubber spine-like thing that runs from the bottom of the shoe to the top of the shoe. If you can see here, it's in orange. It kind of outlines the human gait where the weight is in the gait cycle. It also runs up and over the toe, creates a nice little toe bumper, but we'll talk about that later in the upper. And all of this is laid over a flexible but pretty robust 4-foot rock plate, ends about here, and that just protects your feet from all the trail hazards. So the midsole is made up of a 1-to-1 energy foam type material, but the real highlight of the midsole and the hallmark of Project E-Motion is the dynamic offset. So offset is the difference in height from the heel to the forefoot. So in dynamic offset, this means that the drop of the shoe is different at different points of the gait cycle. For more about dynamic offset, look at this video right here. We get into a little more about the technology. The rocker look of the shoe isn't actually a true rocker. It results from the toe spring being moved back actually a little bit. It's the shape that helps create the natural movement of the shoe and how you run, and this is what gives it such a nice smooth ride. So what's great about this is that it essentially works no matter your style of running. So if you're a 4-foot runner, a heel striker, or midfoot, the dynamic offset really helps because the foam just adapts to what force you're putting on the shoe, and it supports your foot in other areas too. Now let's talk about the upper. I really liked the mesh of the upper. It's not too porous, but it's still very breathable. The mesh is also designed to not absorb water, which keeps the weight down when running through water and just gives a more comfortable run. Since this is a seamless upper, all the strapping and support structure is heat bonded and creates nice accents while giving comfortable support. So like I said, the spine runs on the outsole of the shoe and comes up and creates a nice little toe bumper and is reinforced by some plastic that just helps protect your toe against rocks on the trail. Also, they have the sausage link style laces, and I really enjoyed that. So the heel counter is pretty traditional. It's pretty rigid, and so that gives you a lot of support, but also there's some foam around the collar, and that just helps everything be really comfortable, and I had no issues with it digging into my heel. Finally, on the upper, this shoe has a nice little pull tab, which makes it easy to get on and off. So let's talk about the fit now. I thought the fit of the shoe was right on point, and like I said in the upper, it's seamless, so that created a nice comfortable fit. In terms of how my foot fit in the shoe, in the toe box, my foot's maybe a little bit wider than the average, and it felt really nice. It was wide enough so there were no weird pressure points happening. So the midfoot was very comfortable for me, but there's plenty of room in the throat if you need to tighten it down if you have a narrower foot. As I said before, with the heel counter, there was plenty of room in the heel and I didn't have any slippage or anything, and it was all very comfortable. So let's talk about the ride now. So I was pleasantly surprised with how smooth and comfortable the ride was of this shoe. With a lot of shoes with a larger drop, it makes it difficult to land forefoot or midfoot without catching the heel. But the Pearl Izumi has their dynamic offset, which allowed me to run forefoot and just feel the ride was very smooth in doing that. So coming in at 8.9 ounces for a women's 8, this is reasonably light for a trail shoe. Coming in at $115, the price is well within most runners' budget. Overall, I really enjoyed trying out this Pearl Izumi trail shoe. The shoe itself was supportive enough for me to feel comfortable running over rocky terrain and just getting into really difficult trails. But then also the shoe was comfortable and light enough to just allow me to go fast and feel very light on my feet too. So that's the review of the EM Trail N1 shoe from Pearl Izumi. Thanks so much for watching this episode of Gearist TV. Head on over to Gearist.com and check out all our other reviews. So in a couple seconds you're going to see a subscribe button right here, and so please subscribe to our channel. As always, if you have any comments or questions, please put it in the comment section below. And thanks for watching.
Hey there guys, and thank you so much for joining us for our first episode of Gearist TV of 2014. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. And please click that wonderful, beautiful blue subscribe button right there. Also look for us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram by searching for Gearist. Thanks so much, and we'll talk to you next time.